Good evening, everyone. This is Miss Shirley, OG Gardner, Zone 6B, coming to you live on Thursday night at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. If you're watching the replay, thank you so very much. Please leave a comment. Let me know that you're enjoying my videos and hit that like button and show me that you like me. Just a little bit would be greatly appreciated. Thank you, Lashes. Hey, you in here early tonight. Thank you. I know you get up early in the morning, girl, to do your walking. You see my co-host, don't you? She a little salty at me tonight. Yeah. Sweet Thumb, thank you for coming over. Yes. Uh okay. Is that Rush she Rashida Monique? I hope I didn't screw that up too bad. Thank you for stopping in. I don't think I've ever seen you in my lives before, but I appreciate you in Zone 6A, Michigan. So we uh we neighbors. All right, you right above me there. Uh-huh. Well, let's just say just a little bit. I hear you, sweetie. Hey, my Renaissance grandma. I didn't know if I had said hi to you earlier on Gina's live, but I'm glad to see you popped in here. Oh yeah, it's cold. It's cold everywhere. It's we had a heat wave today. It got up to 48 degrees because yesterday was 22 and it was cold. And now all that snow that we got on Tuesday is starting to melt. So I hope the temperature don't drop so that it won't turn into ice. But look who's in here early tonight. My girl Lala. Wait a minute, Lala. I'm drinking Red Bull tonight. I got a lot of stuff to do around the house. La 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 do do do. And I stopped there. Thank you for stopping me in, Lala. I greatly appreciate TLC in the garden. What's up, daughter? How are you? Glad to see you made it through here. Bougie. Pepper, girl, I'm waiting for tomorrow night to hit your channel at 9 o'clock. Thank you for inviting us all to join in on you tomorrow. I'll be looking forward to it. I came home today. I was at my granddaughter's house for the last couple of days, so I've been helping her a lot. Today, my great grandbaby turned 4 months old, and she's just up and moving out the way for the next one. Homesteader Rachel, hey, hon, how are you? How are you? Thanks to you came in this evening. Greatly appreciate that. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Show me that you like me just a little bit. What Bouger say? Toot toot. I hear you, baby girl. I hear you. For the ones who hadn't watched the title of my live tonight, it's like, how much money do you set aside for each growing season? Or do you even do that? You know, some of us just out shopping and just might find something that catches our eye. And we know how prices pretty much are running for the ones who have been gardening for a while. But what about new gardeners? Do they know that gardening can get expensive? People think gardening is cheap because all you got to do is stick your finger in some dirt and we call it soil. They call it dirt and drop a seed in it, and that's it. That might be the initial start, but what type of garden would you get doing that? You know, you don't know how old that ground is, whether the soil is depleted of all nutrients. You know, I've had soil out here that was so dead it wouldn't even house earthworms. So, hey, G Mama Groves. So, and Backyard Gardener Flow 21. Thank you for stopping in. Thank you for stopping in. I don't not need to, yeah. And we do that, you know. I've gone to I have a girlfriend that gardens like I do. And we start hitting nurseries early before Mother's Day. And you'd be surprised how many good sales that you can get before then, because after Mother's Day, it seems like all the prices shoot up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And we do, Monique. We do. Yeah. And we have to do better. You know, like Gina has expressed on Frugal Friday in regards to making, what do you call it, earmark an envelope for certain things, like for car repairs, or if you want to pay an extra car note in advance, or an extra house note in advance, or whatever type of bills that you may have, you earmark X amount of dollars to the side. So when you choose to do so, you have the money to do so. So do you do the same thing for gardening? You know, do you just go into a store and go check out the garden department and say, "Ooh, I like that"? Do you purchase it then, or do you come back later when you actually have the money for it? Because you might have what's in your pocket earmarked for something else, whether it's cash or credit. Hey, Mike, how you doing? Glad to see you made it in this evening. I hope your wife is feeling better. I know you're taking good care of her. My prayers is with her that she feels better. G Mama grows heart in the garden. Hey, sweetie. I don't know if I said hi to you or not, but I wanted to make sure I didn't miss you. Yeah. So um, I know when I go into the stores, even this time of the year here in Northeast, a lot of stuff is already gone off the shelves. They even put up the 511, and they don't put up the mulch and soil. They just leave it out until it's gone to a certain point. But a lot of it's put away now, and now they have earmarked the garden departments for Christmas trees and wreaths and whatever else decorations that you might use for this time of year. Um, yeah. Boucher say, Mr. President, Mike K had a garden. Yeah, so do you actually earmark? I don't, and it could be $20, 25, $30. We used to have lost the name of it, Silverman's. It's Roses now. But they used to have a garden department on the side, outside, that had plants that were like $1 a piece. And I could go up there in the spring before Mother's Day. I could get a tray, a cup. I walk out there for at least 4 or 5 trays of vegetables and flowers. And I could spend less than $25 and have my whole yard and garden prepped for the whole summer. Those days are long gone because Silverman's is gone. Drills, healing, gardening journey. Thank you for stopping in, sweetheart. Glad to see you made it in and do the garden. Now, if you see what Bonnie's doing, she wants anywhere from $6 to $8 per plant. And sometimes that can work out to your advantage according on how many plants are in one pot. Sometimes you can get 20 seedlings that's germinated. Then you can see your value of your dollar there. But if it's like only 1 or 2 plants, no. And there's no guarantee if they don't live that you're going to recoup that money. So that's why, you try to get 2 or 3 of certain things just in case one might die or one might get eaten by some kind of critter. You're still able to grow that plant. Wife's okay, still nursing. Okay, all right. Well, I'm glad to hear she's on the mend, and I'm glad you're taking good care of her. Kudos to you, Mike. Yeah. So, how many of you in the chat actually make a budget for growing? Even if you're not buying starts, what about seeds? I mean, I'm hearing a lot of people in the chat saying how they're catching all these sales on seeds, like from M.I. Gardner and Baker's Creek, and there was a couple of other new ones that I heard you guys talking about. I know between Mike and You Grow Row, they have been recommending certain seed companies who have had sales. And y'all fussing about y'all digging deep in your pockets because y'all been blowing them up. And I think Stacy came up with a new one the other day. I forgot what the name of it was, but everybody's hitting it. Hey, bro, farmer, how are you? Thank you for stopping in to see Grower Hudson. Hey, and I'm hearing and seeing in the chat, I didn't have a budget this year, but I will next year. Homesteader Rachel, Grower Hudson, I don't. It's a lot of people who don't. It's amazing how we'll sit down and make a budget for everything else, but when it comes to our love of growing our own food, it doesn't seem to be a cap on that, because I get busted bags of soil and I just keep adding them to my garden, especially like the mushroom compost and the cow manure and stuff. I keep mixing it because every year when you plant a garden, it's going to deplete certain minerals out of your soil. So that's why it's good to take your scraps and dead plants and make your super juice, and also try to keep you some 511. Yeah. So super juice is the bomb because you can keep making that all summer long from scraps in your yard and in your garden. Just combine the two along with rainwater would be the best because it doesn't have all that chlorine and fluorine in it. Whole new perspective. Hey, Crystal, thank you for stopping in this evening. I know you would normally be tired and sleep by now, but I'm glad you took time out of your day to stop by and say hello. So y'all let me show you that you like me. Just a little bit is greatly appreciated. What you say, bro? No budget. I let it I let it rain the garden. Yeah, well, we all do, bro. Um, we try to say that we have a budget, that we're not gonna buy that fruit tree, but if they marked on their fruit tree low enough and we know the value of the tree in itself, it's really kind of hard to pass it up. Drill said, I do not really have a budget, but I should probably have one though. We all should, but we don't. For the simple fact is that gardening is an ongoing process. You never stop gardening, even in Northeast Ohio. I did a video the other day of the snow that hit us. When I laid down, the ground was dry and clear. When I woke up, we had 4 to 6 inches worth of snow overnight, and then it started snowing again. Now it's starting to melt. So I don't know when it's coming back. Yeah, we do. What'd you say for 2028? Good Lord. That's a long way off, sweet thumb. Yeah, so we know we should have a budget, but it's hard, especially if you're stopping at different places or places you never visited before, and your curiosity makes you pull over and say, "Let me go in there and check it out, see what they have," and you walk into a gold mine. It's just like you're seeing fruit trees for $10 and $15 a piece. Normally, you would see them in your neighborhood for 45 and up, or you might see seeds. They might have marked down to 10 cents a pack. It's kind of hard, and I try to go shopping. If I have to go grocery shopping or something else, I go do that first because I know if I stop at a nursery and they got markdowns or a clearance table that's looking real spiffy, I might not have the money I need to get where I need to go because I didn't spend it all at the nursery. What's up, daughter Presbyterian? How are you, sweetie? Josie, I've been purchasing lots of medicinal seeds lately to grow my current. Okay, I can never say that word. Okay, the chat just took off. All right, I want to catch that. Uh. All right, I missed that altogether. But I know what you're saying, Drill. You see certain things you need to get right then and there. People saying hello to Crisco. I just spent $100 at the nursery. Fuyu persimmon. What's that? Oh, all right. Orabi, Satsuma, and panko avocado. Couldn't pass it up. Okay. Well, if you know that once they become in the season, that one tree could possibly cost you $100 by itself, yeah, you did a good thing. You made a good purchase. Oh, okay, I see where I got to grow my own, and I've been catching lots of 50% off sales on Etsy. Okay, see, and that's what I'm saying. You might catch sales and stuff when you least expect it. Are you going to pass it up, or are you going to blow the budget for the month? Are you going to rob Peter to pay Paul, so to speak? Because if you don't get this now, you'll never get that discount again, or that might be something that don't normally come into your region, and to find it at the right price, it's best to get it then because it's not guaranteed that it's going to be there when you come back. My budget is to get stuff off the clearance racks. Right, right. That's pretty much all our budget, Sweet Thumb, is the clearance rack. That's the first place we hit. But if you go through the store and find other good stuff in there, clearance rack is not the only place you're gonna find stuff. Um, no, Presbyterian saying hello to everybody. Yeah, because I've gone to new places, and a lot of new places, they want to get your business, and they might have some good deals on stuff. It might be blood meal or bone meal. I found a nice big bag of blood meal for like $5. That was kind of hard for me to pass up because in other places they want up to 15, some places $18 for that same size bag. Crafty Mom Creations, where you been, sweetie? Been missing you. Hadn't seen you for a minute. Glad to see you made it into the chat. Monique said, I guess I should start with the plan for the next season, then budget for those changes. It's hard to budget for those changes because, like I said, you might be out. I've actually went out with a friend of mine. Now, I wasn't going out looking for any sales or anything of the sort, but she happened to go into this one particular store. And so while she was checking out one thing, I said, I'm going to go to the garden department. I went to the garden department. Do you know I ended up running out in the hallway to grab a cart? Because they had so much stuff marked down, it was ridiculous. And I know how much regular price this stuff is. And at the time, I had the money to spend, and I did it. And that blew my budget right then and there, So I was like, yes, indeed. That was a surprise. And she's like, girl, I just bought you along to hang with me, and I ended up buying more stuff than she did. Hey, yeah, I was finna say, Miss Panky, I wasn't expecting to see you tonight. I know. Are you still in Arizona visiting your loved ones? Yeah, because I know if you was back at home, you'd have been, excuse me, in the bed sleep, taking your beauty rest, which I know you need. Brooke said, I'm robbing Peter to pay Paul. Who ain't robbing Peter to pay Paul? Shoot, we got Peter asking for some of his stuff back. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and Dale, what's up, baby? Glad you made it over here. How's Thelma and Louise? Hey, Kate, I've been missing you. Gloria Elliott, yes, all you ladies, thank you for stopping in this evening. I greatly appreciate it. Everybody saying hello to one another. Yes, indeed. Yeah. Okay, Miss Peggy. All right, folks saying hello to one. Socks in the garden. Thank you, sweetheart, for stopping in. Greatly appreciate it. You say steer in Arizona, ready for my nap. I know you had to be on your way or close to it, but I'm glad you took time to stop in and say hello to me. I really appreciate that. I really, really do. Yes, indeedy. So, like I said, yeah, we all initially have a number in our head what we would like to spend in our gardens to keep them going. But once we get out in our gardens and we start rearranging them, like Broke, I seen Broke and Stacy and Growing Out the Box, how they have extended their gardens, making new beds. So that means if you're extending your garden and making new beds, you need more stuff. You need some more. If you don't have a pile of soil or mulch or compost, that's the word I was thinking of, where you can take the native soil and mix that up with it, along with adding a few things like blood meal, bone meal, to get your bed started and heated up, then you're going out to buy a couple of bags of soil. And if you're really rearranging your garden and you're really starting up a whole large area, and a couple of bags of soil might become costly, and it'd be cheaper for you to go ahead and get maybe 1 or 2 square yards of compost mix, half mixed with that and soil to fill your beds. That can get costly too, but sometimes out of season. We have a nursery in my neighborhood that they have coupons that they sell you in January and February that will give you an additional $5 to $10 off your total purchase. And then you can redeem them during the spring and summer months on, you know, flowers, veggies, or whatever, because they sell everything: water, aquatic plants, pots, firewood. They have a large variety of things that they sell at this nursery, and they have some really nice stuff. It can get a little pricey, but they also have a couple of tables in the far back corner that has clearance on it. And I've gotten a lot of nice little things off them. They know me because I'm a regular. And when they, when you buy stuff from 'em, you get points. So sometimes you can get enough points to purchase something you like. So, yeah, I like them. But you have to catch them at the certain parts of the seasons to really get some good deals. I'm having so much fun gardening. I don't care about the money. Well, see, bro, that's your pockets is a lot deeper than mine. I had to be a little more mindful. Um, when I was working, that wasn't an issue. I'm no longer working. I'm a senior on a retirement budget. I don't get them checks twice every 2 weeks, or however often some people get paid. So I have to be a little mindful because there's a lot of things I want to do. Because I like to travel. I want to go to the Soil Expo next year, and which means I got to buy a plane ticket. And when you go out of town, you don't want to be broke. So I just canceled a cruise in February because I forgot that my passport has expired. So that costs money. That's like 150, 160 bucks to get it done again. So it's every time you turn around when you think you one step ahead, you end up stepping 2 steps back. And it expired during the pandemic when that's the least thing you was worried about was a passport. Because wasn't nobody flying in anyway. But I didn't know it had expired, so I had to go in there and take care of that. So every time I want to do something, there's something else to come up. But I love going in the stores and seeing something new I haven't grown before, or seeds I haven't seen before, and purchase them. And sometimes the seeds can be a little pricey. Seeds ain't cheap anymore. I mean, unless you catch a good bargain at the very beginning or the very end of the season, seeds aren't getting cheap now. You used to be able to get 10 packs of seed for $1. Now it's $1.25. And in some places it's $1, but you don't get 10 packs of seeds. So prices are going up, and no telling what the prices is going to be in 2024. And the only reason the prices keep going up is because we have blown in a whole new revolution of gardeners. Sometimes when you find one of a kind items don't get caught in the price. True that. True that. I'm blowing money on fruit trees like a sailor is for the weekend. We know you are. But bro, you know what you're doing and what you're looking for and how to care for them. Sometimes I see something I like and want, but I'm like, I don't know how to take care of this. And I can't see myself spending this kind of money on it in case I kill it. So you have a certain vision in regards to what you're trying to accomplish. Whereas some of us don't have the land like you got and the vision that you have. Not saying that we won't get there, but some of us a little slower than others. Prayed for restraints when I saw Lowe's Cyber Monday sales, thinking about getting a mango tree. Oh, yeah, that can happen. Oh, see, he naming off all kinds of stuff. And see, Brooke, I know, like you said, hey, wellness with Frugal Mama. Thanks for stopping in. He like to put stuff in the ground. If he figures that it can get through his winters there in Georgia, he don't want to leave it in pots. He want everything to become established and grow on its own. And I find that out too, because like my honey Chris, once I put it in the ground after that second year and his roots was able to go find his own source of water, I didn't water it anymore. I just try to keep the weeds out from around it and kept it mulched. So when it rained, it kept the moisture in. But the ones in the pot, you got to water all the time. Thank you, Crystal. That's right, family. Hit that like button and show me that you love me. Just a little bit would be greatly appreciated. If I didn't say hi to Hands in the Dirt, hey Stacy, hey Odom, you have to get them groceries, Mister. I know. But you know what, Odom? If I'd have joined this group maybe about, or this group existed 20 years ago, I think I would have a whole different garden and a different setup. But now that I have met this group and growing, I have become so enthusiastic, more so about gardening than I had in previous years, because I've found so many like minded people that are trying to provide for themselves and their families and neighbors and friends. Whereas you didn't hear it about that much. I ran into a lot of old Southern gardeners that lives up north that was doing all of this stuff. But then we didn't keep in touch with one another. We said hello, tip your hat, and kept it moving. But we're able to literally keep in contact with one another by phone, by email, even visiting each other in person in certain spots. We've seen videos where who was that? CC with Nicole and with who is that? Tory Brain and Big Rooster and uh, Sifting with Soil. You know, Mona. I mean, where people have actually met up in person and hung out with them. I mean, it's just like when Andale go down to visit Sherry and Bobby, or Miss T jumps in the car with her daughter and go down to see Jordan or somebody else. We have become family amongst family. We have extended our family to other people. We have opened up our homes, our hearts, pocketbooks too. And it's just amazing. It's just like they got all this stuff going on now about not trading seeds. Well, I can see why they get upset about that. It's because we are becoming a lot more self-sufficient, and we're not keeping it to ourselves. We're spreading it to other people, letting them know that you can do it. Even for the ones who can't grow all year round, we got folks in our chat who's showing you how to do hydroponics, aquaponics, grow inside. I mean, look at GT. He growing in his garage, okay? He's in Alaska. He's showing you that regardless of what circumstances you live under, if this is something that you really want to do, it's feasible. And he's showing us how to do it, and even got his wife helping him out now, rebuilding the chicken coop, and getting to know the chickens and their personalities. He's learned a lot of stuff, and he's been sharing his learning experiences. And we have other people in the chat like you Ro coming up with all her different concoctions and doing it. You got, my Renaissance grandma, she's, with her soaps and tinctures and what have you. We got so many people in our garden community that has so much to share and skills, you know, and it's just amazing how we're doing it unselfishly. Miss T with the T, she is sunshine. Hey, glad to see you folks in here. Yeah, right. Yeah, Sweet Thumb said I was seeing you guys years ago, but I was all about the OT. That's okay though, but you're here now, and that's what counts, Whether you playing catch up or whether you just love joining in with the OGs doing your OT. We ain't mad at you, you know what I'm saying? You here, we here, and we're enjoying one another's company. We enjoy one another's resilient that, a lot of folks had a bad garden this summer because it was so hot, and the gardens did start to flourish some once the months started cooling down, but they lost a lot. But you didn't get so discouraged to the point where you just stopped gardening altogether. Some people said, well, I'm finished for the summer, but I'll start come fall because the temps will be a lot cooler. And you guys have been showing up and showing out on your brassicas, watching you grow broccoli and cauliflower and harvesting sweet potatoes and planting your garlic for next year and planting onions. So it's a lot to be said in regards to what you have learned over the year in regards to the temperature change. And now we have been redirected in new zones, grow zones. Some zones say they're warmer and some say they're cooler. And I got a feeling in a minute, Ohio's going to get a lot warmer. And Texas and Alabama and a few other states who have been experiencing colder than unusual temperatures will keep doing so. The warmer place is going to get cooler, and the cooler places is getting warmer. So you can see the change. And they said they only do these changes of the grow zones every 20 years. I got a hunch it's going to be less than the next 20 years before they do it again at the rate the way gardens are growing, because we have been too many complaints of people who are in warmer climates complaining about 32, 42 and 32 degrees, which they never had before. Like we're used to it here. I mean, it got down to 22 degrees. No big deal to us. But for you southern folks and folks in warmer states, that would definitely wipe out everything you have, because you're not used to those kind of temperatures. So we don't, we take it as everyday life to us. Like a lot of people say, "Ooh, I wouldn't live there. I don't do snow. I don't do cold." And then what was it last year? I think Led, or year before, Led did a video that it snowed in South Carolina. It didn't last. It was gone maybe by 1 or 2 o'clock, but it still snowed. And they hadn't seen snow in a while. Look at the tragedy we had in Texas a couple of years back. They got smacked like they never been smacked before. And they're trying to make a comeback. So a lot of these folks have you know, changed their budgets in regards to what they're buying to regroup, restart, or plants and stuff they lost. And snow and new containers. We got a lot of folks out here that's talking about really gotten into the grow bags and how they've been growing in those more so than in raised beds. People got fruit trees from their tree. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. I love the banana bag setup that Led showed on his. He's done every tree in his yard like that, and even his son, Lil Led, how they did one tree. I think they had 5 different kind of uh, extensions they added to the tree. I wonder if he's digging that up and taking that with him to Freedom Acres. Hey, GT, did you hear me talking about you? Was your ears burning, baby? It's all good. It was all good. Presbyterian said it got down to 31 last night, but was 70 degrees today. This weather is schizophrenic. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was 22 degrees last night, and this morning, our temperature got up to 48 degrees. 48 degrees is a heat wave for us this time of the year. But 22 last night, the house was cold. It was cold. Yeah, and see, this is how people ended up with pneumonia and all kinds of flu and colds and stuff, because the body, just like your plants, can't always adjust to these constant fluctuating of the temperatures. Neither can our bodies. And as we get older, it's easier said than done. I went to my chiropractor today because I was at my granddaughter's house yesterday, and I swear, y'all, every time I moved, something was popping. And my granddaughter said, "Graham, is that you?" I said, "Yeah, I go to doctor tomorrow." And when she saw all these knots in my shoulders and neck and back, she's like, "What were you doing? What are you sleeping on?" I was in bad shape, y'all, today. I was in a lot of pain, but I'm feeling so much better now. I'm sitting on a heating pad. She rubbed me down with some icy hot. So before I left out the office, so that helped a lot. But this weather is kicking my butt, and getting older is not helping it any. I try to act like it. My mind said, "Yeah, you about 45, 50," and my body said, "Quit lying. You 70 plus. Quit trying to fake it." Sit your old behind down somewhere. So I listen. I do. I got all kinds of medication and stuff for this, that, and the third. And when I get off this live, I will be taking this so I can chill out for the evening. Yes, indeedy. So, yeah, but I still like spending money for gardening. I like if I see a new spade and it's a real good quality spade that I know is gonna last me for years. I don't mind spending the money for it. I got one right now. I spent over $50 for it, but I still got it, and I done had it for years. So you got to know good quality equipment when you go shopping for your gardening, whether it's a pickaxe or a rake, a spade, a shovel, um, a gorilla cart, a little seat to sit on the garden with. You got to know good equipment and how much it will help you when you're working in the garden. And sometimes it will take you past your budget. It will. Like you say, when you see certain stuff, yeah. Hey, Miss Linda, glad to see you in the chat. Hope you're feeling good. The New Orleans Garden, the slow rolled up in here tonight. I'm glad to see you. Oh, um, yeah. So it depends on your budget in regards to what you want to buy, what you like, what you see. Sometimes we have to do that. We have to do that. Hey, David Corwood Crop. Hello, good evening. Thank you. Hey, Veggie Farming. Thank you for stopping in this evening. It's just like I was watching Veggie Farming's videos, and she had a frame for her garden that she could put freeze cloth over it, or was a tool to keep that moth out, that little white butterfly out of her garden and stuff. I liked it so much. I sent a text and asked her, "Where'd you find it? Go check it out." And I did, and I like it, and I want to get it. Um, I'm gonna find it in my budget to order it. CC Texas Garden, just like CC when she found all that wood, and she built her some new raised beds. I'm quite sure she wasn't looking for that wood, but it just so happened to present itself, and she took advantage of it, and she built us a new raised beds. So she extended her garden, and in these raised beds, she added cauliflower. I think she thought it was supposed to be broccoli, but they didn't have tags in them. But still, she's growing veggies. She's extending her growing season. She's extending her garden. So you'd be surprised whether it's free initially or whether you pay for it. If it's something that you need and it's going to benefit you in any kind of way to help you to extend your gardening or what have you, cool beans. When I was watching the giveaway today on Gina versus Gina, the little mini greenhouse that she had, I have one of those. I actually forgot I had it. It's in the basement. And I just happened to be downstairs, and I went to check my locker, and I saw it. I was like, I forgot about this thing was down here. I need to use it. It's no excuse. Yep. And I think I got it at Lowe's. Lowe's had it for sale for like $25, and I talked her down to 20. Broke it down, put it in the car, and brought it home. Yep. So I had the equipment. I just need to use it. And I like how, what was it, CC had gotten one of those containers that holds like soda pop bottles, quarts, I believe. And she found that the pots that she had fit in there perfectly, so she could stack them inside her greenhouse and start new seedlings. We get creative. We do. As women, we do get creative. We see stuff that most men don't see. Laura's Garden, thank you for stopping in this evening. Glad to see you. Make sure y'all hit that like button and show me that you like me just a little bit. Up. There go my boo, growing out the box. Hey, how are you, sweetheart? Love watching you. Unicorn Lady Tech, been missing you, girl. Glad to see you back in action here, dropping in this evening. Y'all drop your grow zones, drop your channels, drop MSOG. Let us know where you're at, where you can be located at to see what people are growing now in the new grow zones. for winter gardens. I know a lot of people have cooked a lot of their brassicas and stuff for Thanksgiving. So did y'all leave any for Christmas? Y'all carried over. Right now, my Yukon Gold potatoes have actually finished cur- hmm, what's the word? Curing. And I actually want to make some fried potatoes from the onions and the potatoes out of my garden. And bell pepper. I cut up bell pepper in there too. I like it all. That's right. Drop it. MSOG. You grow so. Hey, Netta. Ness, how are you? Thank you for stopping in this evening. Glad to see you. Glad to see you. Hit that like button and let us know that you like me. Just a little bit would be greatly appreciated. So, does anybody want to tell me in regards to other than Broke? Because we know Broke's here. Between Broke and Stacy, if it's a fruit tree out there, they will put a tag on it and say, "This is mine. I'm buying it." Is there anything specific that you need to buy now that you haven't made a budget for? Whether it's fertilizer, seeds, or whatever, but you need to sit down and make a budget. Because I know a lot of you have said that you've gotten your Baker Creek's catalog. Some of you are still waiting on it. Matter of fact, I'm waiting on mine as well. They sent me one last year. I never got it. I think the mailman did. Hey, 10. Hey, Urban Gardening Chronicles. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. Make sure. Hey, Vision Preparedness. How are you? Thank you. That's right. Hit that like button and show me that you like me. Just a little bit would be greatly appreciated. You Grow Rose, she just slid in there. My experiment. You know how they used to have Professor Proton who did experiments for the kids. That's what You Grow Row is, my Professor Pro Row. Hey, the analytic gardener, thank you for stopping in this evening. Greatly appreciate it. We all like to garden, and I'm just asking everybody in the chat, have you actually made a budget for what you're going to buy come growing season for 2024? Do you actually know what you want to put to the side to spend? Whether you're buying seeds, trees, fertilizers, soil, whatever. Cassandra, South Fulton, what's up? What's up? What's up? How are you? Yes, indeedy. Have you put a budget to the side? Because I know we budget for everything, but I think our gardens. Like I said, you might budget. You want some new furniture. You might want to buy a new recliner, but that's not in your budget. But yet and still, old fashioned way, you take a coffee can, put a slit in the top, and every time you get loose change or a dollar or two, you slide it in there until maybe about 6 months later and open it up to see if you got enough to go out and catch one at the end of the season sale and get the one you want. Not just any recliner, but the one you really like. I need protection from the tree rats. More, the tree rats. Oh, you talking about squirrels? Yeah, send the squirrels to African Dreaming. That's his thing. My old pots break. Yeah. My old pots are breaking down too. I didn't have them so long. I went to grab a rim on one pot and it just crumbled, cracked up under my hand. I was like, well, that got to go. That's dangerous and unsightly. More soil and more raised beds. Yeah. And that was something I had also talked about. Hey, J3GS Farms, thank you. Are you going to buy bags of soil, or whether you get a yard or two of square yards to of soil from a reputable nursery, whether you can half mix it with compost and topsoil to fill your raised beds? Because not only have I seen the popularity of raised beds, but they call it the fabric bags that you buy in the grow bags. They have become super popular, whether they're 5 gallons, 10 gallons, 30 gallons, 50 gallons, 100 gallons. They have become quite popular. So I still need to get cinder block. And I'm seeing people, lying around their yard, their cinder blocks, and they're putting garlic and onions in them, and marigolds help in regards to pest control. Also, they will have they're not taking up any, as they say, valuable real estate in the immediate garden. They're not disturbing anything, but yet still they're serving more than one purpose. Yeah. So that's a good thing. Yeah, we just said, Laura said, I have no budget. And that's what I'm hearing from a lot of folks. They're just saying, if you go in a store and you see something you need and you got the money for it, you go ahead and get it. You know, simple as that. There's no, thought to it. Not sit down saying, oh, woe is me. Deborah Garrett, thank you for stopping in. Glad to see you here tonight. You go ahead and purchase it because you need it. And what I like about it is that when we purchase stuff for our gardens, it's not going to be wasted. It's not like, oh, I bought that. What am I going to do with that? I don't know why I bought that. It's just going to sit here and collect dust. That's not the case when it comes to purchasing stuff for our gardens. Whether we're doing amendments in our grow bags or raised beds, or if we have pots, with flowers in it, or whatever the case may be, we put all the stuff that we have for work. The only thing that doesn't get a huge waste and immediate disappearance is like you buy the big cubic bags of like peat moss or what have you, where you can generally take X amount of it and mix it with other soil and stuff and make your seed growing soil, or might do it for pots or whatever. I put in the bottom of my pots because of the water retention properties that it has too. So my pots don't dry out so fast. I don't put too much because it can change the pH of your soil, the acidity level a little bit, but I add enough to help slow down your pots from drying out so fast. But I will put it in the bottom of hanging baskets because hanging baskets will dry out a lot faster than in plastic. Like I tell folks, don't use terracotta. If you use terracotta, paint the outside of it because they will dry out so fast. They can dry out in a matter of hours. You don't have to worry about them drying out overnight. They can dry out in a matter of hours, and your plant will feel like it hasn't been watered because it has whipped all the water from the main root of the plant. So if you're going to have terracotta, let it be what they call glazed, or you can paint it yourself so that they slow down in drying out. Just like people telling in regards to the ones who have grow bags, you can put them inside kiddie pools because they do dry out real fast as well, or some kind of saucer underneath it to help hold the water in. So, I mean, there's ways of getting around how you garden. I really don't have an idea of what I will grow next year, but I definitely will try a few new things. I know you will, Stacy, and I know we'll be seeing you with your truck backing up with some horse manure or something to do your bags. I got so many leaves in my backyard right now underneath the snow that I could have added into my garden beds, but it got too cold to work outside. I'm like a lot of y'all. When my hands get cold, I can't work. And I got arthritis. I'm not getting out there messing with that cold because once it gets to the bone, it takes forever to get warm and get rid of that achiness. Yeah, yeah. See, we all will be creative. There's I don't know, well, the hospital that's less than 1,000 feet from where I live at. They're building on a new addition. I'm watching for all the supplies that they throw away in the dumpster because I have my cattle panels and I have my greenhouse plastic. I've got my staples, I got my screws, I got everything but lumber. And I'm looking forward to any scrap lumber so I can build my hoop house. I was supposed to have it done last year, hadn't gotten it yet. So, and the only thing that's holding me back is lumber. Hey, Bayou Sugar, sister, you on my mind. Sister, you one of a kind. Sister. Okay. How about you, Sugar? Hey, Shawnee 2003. Thank you for stopping in this evening. Greatly appreciate. Yeah, I love how we are dumpster divers and proud of it. I'm not scared to dump into a dumpster. I had gotten like 500 free bricks. They built a new community up there, and I drove past it every day. And then one day I drove by and I didn't see any of the bricks they had outside. I whipped up into that lot and they had a dumpster out there, and I got out my car and peeked over. They threw all those bricks in the dumpster. Brand spanking new bricks, no dirt, clean as whistles. I popped my trunk and I made 3 trips and I got every single one of those bricks out of that dumpster, and they lined my yard real nice. They look good. Yeah, I need to pull up some that has sunken in the ground, but that was free. Yeah, that was free. And it served its purpose and still is. Didn't cost me nothing but a little time and gas. Uh Urban says I am already shopping for more hens, but I don't have any room. Chicken math is real. Yeah. I love watching you and your chicken. You and Fifi, y'all crack me up with y'all chickens. Chickens, I see y'all. Some of y'all have lead has gotten to turkeys. That turkey was huge, that lead. That white one, good Lord. Woo. Yeah. Yeah, and I like to watch Marie Homestead Heart too with her farm of chickens and goats and turkeys, and she got Wild Kingdom over there in her property. Sweet Thumb says squirrels ate my banana trees down to the dirt, clearing up freezer space. I hear you, Sweet Thumb. They did me my first banana plant, but it wasn't a real banana plant. It was an ornamental, and it had gotten huge, gorgeous. Man, I came out there the next day. They snapped it in half. Half the leaves was just ripped. I was in tears. I was so hurt. Fortunately, the day before I took a picture of it, so I didn't get a picture of what it looked like before and after. But after that, I just left, and the pot's still sitting out there empty. And I could use it now for my real. I have a dwarf Cavendish in the basement right now that has 2 pups that has gotten bigger than the original mother plant, and one of the pups is having a pup. So I'm gonna take that one big huge pot and divide those pups and put one of them in there. So I don't have to buy pots. I'm just recycling. That's one thing we're good about too. If recycling. I got so many small pots. I'm just throwing them out. I'm not even giving them away anymore. I'm just trying to clean up some of the stuff. It gets to be clutter after a while. But the good ones, I'm recycling. Tia, drum gold. Thank you, sweetheart. I'm doing fair middling, fair for a square. Albert Miranda, good evening. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. Make sure y'all hit that like button and show me that you like me. Just a little bit would be greatly appreciated. For the ones who just came in, if you want to drop your grow zone and your channel, drop MSOG. No hashtag, just MSOG. Let us know where you're located. Let us know if your grow zone changed too. Are you A or B? Are you 8 or 9? Are you 6 and 7? Some of us change. Mine didn't change. TLC changed. She went from B to A. I always been B. I thought I was A, but once I looked again, they said I wasn't in A. I was in B. I'm still in B. Every time I think I'm done, something else catches my always, always, and at different times of the season. You always going to see something in the spring that's going to come out early, and then midway of the spring going into summer, you'll see some new stuff that you never seen before pop up. And then as you go further down, it's like after watching Tina, Miss Linda, I never saw the Romanesco in the stores, nowhere. And then when she was telling us how she kept at it until she finally grew one, then I'm seeing them everywhere. I saw them last week at the farmers market. They didn't look as healthy as I like, but I would have got one. But no. And then I'm seeing people buying the seeds of stuff, for it. And the burgundy hibiscus or sorrel. I never seen that before, and then I started seeing it on certain garden shows. Next thing I know, now I'm seeing it everywhere. Everybody's growing Jamaican sorrel, so it's just amazing, like she sent me Tigger Millers. And I'm so hurt, Miss Linda. I mean, they were growing too. And you see how the deer has just, between the deer and the raccoons, they just decimated my Tigger Millers. But I got seeds that from one that matured, they bit it in half and the seeds fell in the ground. I didn't collect those. I said, I'm going to let them see if they're going to come back next year, because some stuff will overwinter and start to come back. But I still have the original pack of seeds you gave me, and also the blue butterfly pea. So it's a lot of things that I'm going to try over again. I didn't put out in the garden because I was fighting the critters. Yeah. So news on that. I was reached out from the Department of Agriculture, which shocked me. I got an email and I talked to the agent, and he lives here out where I live at, but he goes to work all the way in Ravenna. He said he saw that I'm in their books, that I am an urban gardener, and they deal with farmers and small time gardeners who are trying to produce food. And I found out that they're giving out money, not loans, but money to help with some of the things I need done in my garden. So I have to call City Hall. I'll call them tomorrow, make an appointment to go see them. And I'm trying to see if I can get help with getting my hoop house built. And they also said they got a program for irrigation and pests. We call them critters. They call them pests. Same thing. Or probably some fencing to close in my garden to help me with the raccoons, the deer, the possum, and the groundhogs, So I'm going to follow up. I'm not going to let this fall through my fingers. They gave me a timeline. So I got until February of next year to do the paperwork and get it in. So we're going to see. I'll keep y'all informed as things develop. Urban says, is that heifer tree? Rat tried to move into my deck and my veranda and had to. Oh, okay, got you. Deterrent. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that groundhog finally got up on our porch, but now we blocked it. He can't get out. Can't eat its way out because everything is concrete and cinder blocks around it. So we hope it just dies and fertilizes up underneath the porch. Yeah. Yeah, it's an investment. Yeah, socks in the garden. And it's an ongoing investment. It never stops. It never stops. You're going to find something new each year. You're going to try something new each year. It's something to give it a shot. Somebody saying you see something in somebody's yard and they say, "Ooh, I like to try that." And they'll tell you, "Send me an email. I'll send you some seeds." I was like, "Oh snap, for real?" It's like, yeah. And that's what I like about our gardeners. You guys aren't selfish. You're more than happy and willing to spread your love and let other folks try to do it. If you grow it in your garden, it proves that the seed is what they call tried and true, that you can grow it in your environment. It might not be able to thrive all year round, where you might have to pot it up and bring it in for the winter months. But during the summer months, pretty much you can do it. I've gotten advice on certain things that I wanted to grow, and I didn't think I could in Ohio because we do have snow and ice. But when I reached out to the individuals who I've seen grow it in their own climate, which is warmer than mine, they said, "Oh, you can grow that there. This is what you need to do." And, I feel like Chef Pam. Hold on. Let me show you what you need to do, and I've done it and I've been able to grow it. Just like I didn't think I could grow a Miwok kumquat here. And if y'all seen the videos, it bloomed. It didn't get a chance to grow fruit, but I brought it in for the winter. It's still healthy and green in the basement. And hopefully next year I can get a jump start on it if we don't have those sudden snowstorms and freezes like we did this year in April. That I'll get some fruit next year. And you see I got fruit from my Chicago fig tree. Boy, that was so good. And hopefully the other 3 don't die during this winter months, and I can do that. Yes, and thank you, Grover Hudson. Appreciate it, sweetheart. Yep. So I love to watch everybody's garden. I love watching Miss Linda dropping seeds every day. I love watching Jada, growing and enjoying the food in her grandma's garden. Okay, what you say, G Mama? Terracotta's the only pots that I don't use. You can use them. They just need to be glazed or sprayed on the outside because they will dry out real quick. So see, they can be quite pretty. Pro tips. Yep. So yeah. Exactly. I better budget for next year though. We'll be in a rebuild mode. My granddaughter this evening just went to look at a house. Um, I wanted to go with them, but I knew I had my live tonight and I knew I wouldn't be back. So I'm waiting on her to call me. She showed me in her phone yesterday. It's a 3,000 square foot home. It's absolutely stunning. And the backyard has never been touched. Just looked like a half a football field of backyard. No trees, just flat land. I was like, if you get this house, I don't care what you and your husband say, backyard is mine. I'ma hook you up. I was like, oh, I almost cried when I saw that backyard. I just hope they get the house. I have my own mother-in-law suite. It's just, I haven't heard back from him, so I'm gonna call him when the live is over because I told take a video, walk through the house. I have a backyard filled with leaves. They all are on the ground now. I will get them up for the last time this winter. You know what I like about leaves? I like when you can run them over with the lawnmower and chop them up real small. You know, you put the catcher on the side and run them over, and that takes them less time to break down. They can become a mulch as well as a fertilizer at the same time. You can kind of keep any weeds out from the garden. And if there's any that come up, the roots will be so close to the surface, you can pull them out roots at all. You don't have to worry about those weeds coming back again. There she goes. She made it this way. Hey, Gina versus Gina. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I enjoyed you and and Q and Erica this evening. That was funny. Miss Shirley, yes, I can not have fun in the yeah, I can't. These is arthritic hands. Reason why you always see rings on my fingers because my knuckles swell up and I can't get them off. So long as they don't cut off circulation, they'll stay on my hands. Been on there for years. Yeah, my hands get cold. That's a wrap. I can't even open up a, a bag of anything. Mm-hmm. Can't do it. And I got new neighbors. Oh, check this out. Now, the house that was on the other side of the garden where the landlady was saying I need to get rid of my garden. Well, the tenants who told me in regards to how she was acting, they gone and now she got a new tenant. Ah, I want to see what the new tenant has anything to say. I haven't met them yet, but hopefully it won't be a problem. Did you try box store damaged wood? Yeah, I have. I actually want to get pallets, but right now I have no way of getting them. Everybody I know with a truck this time of year is busy for them here in Northeast Ohio. Okay. Um, Even during the summer, because a lot of them are self-employed. So they're pretty much gone with trucks, gone on there to trucks. I have one, he my play nephew. He brings me I got a couple of bags of chicken salad that his wife brought over to me for the add in the soil in the garden. And he also brings me cardboard and particle boards to put down to help keep the weeds out. I had another neighbor who was helping me bring fruit trees home from Wally World when they got them, but he moved. So sometimes it's hard to keep up with people with trucks. I can't pick up and move anything. So I have to have, and I have to catch my nephews only on Sunday evenings. So it's like a Broadway production trying to put stuff together over here. That's what I'm saying. If 15, 20 years ago when I was a lot younger, this wouldn't even be a second thought. But now I truly have to pace myself and know my limitations, because if I screw myself up, I'm down and out for a week or two. And when you live alone, you can't do that. You can have other folks come in, but there's just some things you have to do for yourself. Yeah. So, yeah, hopefully, if I get this grant from the state to do all of this stuff with, I'll get a lot of stuff done, and I'll get it done by the professionals. You want to try to earmark out certain things to help benefit others, but sometimes they're not always dependable. So I just rather get the professionals to come out, and I got the materials. All you got to do is square out the land, flatten it out. Right now, I need to purchase. Oh, I do have to purchase this. What is it? The landscaper cloth that you put down to help keep the weeds out under the hoop house. I do need a roll or two of that. Other than that, I pretty much got everything else. That's the wood. I didn't realize you were still moving, sis. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, TLC. Yeah, West Side to East Side. Me and TLC, we talk every week. Every week. And the other day, when she called, I was at my granddaughter's house, and she got a chance to see the great grandbaby, watching her grow up. And she was talking, she was cool and talking to TLC, was laughing at her in the whole 9 yards. It was so cute. I let them have their little conversation. It was so cute. I need to build a fortress against these deer and everything else. I'm looking for lumber too. Okay, Gil, go back and check my videos. I got a video where I got deer laying in the garden. Yeah, and they looked at me like I was crazy. They looked at me like, what? The big one stood up, and the little one looked at me like I ain't moving. Yeah, yeah. I got deer that actually came through the garden, ate up so much stuff out of my garden, and was sitting in the grass in the shade chilling like I'm full and I'm not moving. Yeah, I got bold critters. So these creatures in my garden, they're past ghetto. They're gangsters. They straight up look at me and dare me to make them move. Yeah. I now put water catchers under my grow bags to hold some moisture. Yeah, you have to do that because a lot of people say they dry out so fast. Yeah, I would have gotten them bricks too. Oh yeah, girl, I don't let nothing free. I've made U-turns in the middle of the street. Before I gave up my car, I had an SUV. Everybody told me I needed a truck. When I finally turned that car in, them back brakes was just about gone. Because I was bringing home busted bags of soil, mulch, anything that I could get on the roadside. I seen somebody so I guess somebody bought the house, they was moving out, and they just took everything out of the garage or whatever and just set it on the curb. I was on my way from the Orange Box store. I made a U-turn in the middle of the street, and one lady said, I just beat her to it. I think she must have been behind me. And when I made the U-turn, she went down further to the street to turn up the side street and turn around and come back. By that time, I had already rolled up on the curb, moving stuff over to one side, and it had pots and soil and all kinds of trellises and stuff. I took everything on the curb, and she looked at me. She said, I was getting ready to do the same thing. I was like, hey, first come, first serve. I didn't leave her jack. I said, sorry, sister, but I need all of this. And I took all of that, and I used all of it. So, yeah. I love stuff like that. And I used to ride around on trash day. You know how you see the old guys with the truck trying to look for metal and stuff? I was riding around looking for pots and soil and whatever else they had set out on the curb. Yeah, okay, y'all talking to one another. I have no idea what y'all talking about, but I'm gonna let y'all go ahead with that. Yeah. Um, and I was watching, who is that? Scaredy Cat. I like how she has all her pots in red. She's particular about her aesthetics and how all her pots are red. Those are nice. I was getting whatever I could find. If there's someone's, I was in the garden department one day and I was like, Dad, I like that pot. Say, you want it? And I was like, yes. They say, you throwing it out? He's like, yeah. I said, can I have it? They're like, hurry up and take it. I grabbed that bad boy, ran out and put it in the car and came back. Did my shopping. So you're 6A, Gina? Okay, I'm 6B. My zone road didn't change, still in 6B. Okay. Excuse me. See you, sunshine. What's up? Am I going to see you at the Soil Family Expo next year? She's sunshine. Who all's going? Speaking of the Soil Family Expo, who's going next year? I'm in North Carolina. I was in 7B, but now I'm 8A. Oh, all right. Moving on up, huh? You think you the Jeffersons, huh? The Analytic Garden said, yeah, 8A, North Carolina didn't change. 9B, but might be 10 now. Must check new hardiness. Well, yeah, they say they only change it every 20 years. I never knew that. See, I learned something new. Yeah. You stay in this community long enough, you'd be surprised what you learn. Uh, David said, Shawnee, you should be able to grow like I did last year, next year in 8A. Possibility. Just found out yesterday I am now zone 10A thanks to Miss Champagne. I haven't been keeping up. Yeah, a whole lot of stuff changed. You hang around these lives and you learn a whole lot of stuff. Sweet Thumb said, my bad. Zone 8B now. Okay, so you changed. Yeah. Oh, you grow Ravenna is out my way. Oh, I know what I wanted to tell you, you grow. My granddaughter owns property on the west side and it's in Lakewood. And I think I've been in that flower shop you used to work in. Yeah, and I was listening to it. I was like, what? Get out of here. Yeah, Ravenna, the Department of Agriculture is out there. And they said they're opening up an office here in Cleveland. So that even makes it a lot nicer for me to keep in touch with everything that's going on. Because I was leasing a lot. And they said by me leasing a lot, they're trying to help people who are trying to grow food. So I fall into that category. They just happened to find my paperwork inside their files and gave me a call. So that's what I'm trying to do. If they can help me out, I'm going for it. Yeah, I'm not going to let this slip through my fingers. Yep, I just hope it works out. We have a lot of Amish builders out this way that's been doing roofs and garages and what have you. And I actually got a card from one of them. So if I get this grant, I'm calling them to come out and put my hoop house up. I definitely want them to come out because I know they can do that in a couple of hours, do a neat, clean job, and do it right. Oh, yeah, I'm going to get the paperwork done. I've already started it. Yeah, so I'm working on it. I will keep you an update. If you see me jumping up and down acting a fool one day, you know it went through and I got it. Mike's 4A. Ooh. Now he's 4B. Ooh. Okay. You all have nice gardens. You know what? I think everybody is proud of, I don't care how little or how big your garden is. We all have pride in what we have accomplished because it took time and energy and in some cases a little blood, sweat, and tears. And you got something out of it, even if it wasn't, but like I did this year. I planted all kinds of cucumber bushes. I only got one cucumber. It was absolutely delicious, but I only got one. But I still got something. In some cases and other things, I didn't get nothing, not a thing, not anything, nothing. And so, but in others, I got a little bit more. So, you got to take the good with the bad and you keep on pushing. And hopefully 2024 will be an awesome year. Mike said last 2 years we've had early heat. I'm planning early. Yeah, Mike, because you got heat this year that we didn't get to almost August. David, you got your nerve. You have a nice garden too, chickens and all. You got your watermelon strolling around there like a peacock. Please. And I love Odom. Yes, indeed. I Santa Bell tell him I want all fake trees for Christmas and thank you in Oh, did she just shoulder bounce? Oh my God. One more. What makes you think I can't? Hey. I'm mature. I ain't dead, David. Everybody act like old folks ain't supposed to be able to move. Might not be able to move tomorrow, but I'm moving okay today. I said I went to see my chiropractor. I'm a little sore, but I'll be really hot tomorrow. Yeah, I can finally get them clothes out of the basement, out the washing machine, because I going up and down them stairs. Me and Santa homies. My squirrels are on call. Yes, indeed. Odom surprised me. I didn't record it, and it ran out of space. I can't record or send any emails. I gotta go on this laptop and dump some stuff. But Odom sent me a fig tree. I just asked for some. What was it? Oh shoot, that's another thing. Memory ain't worth squat. What was it? Comfrey. And when I opened up the envelope, I got all kinds of stuff. I was like, what? And I was just like so tickled pink. So my fig tree is doing nice and my comfrey is coming up. What are some sticks? Odom, is those grapevines? What? Odom, he showed some love to me, but I don't understand some of this. I ain't killed nothing, but I'm working on everything. Mike K.S. Gardening, stay winning giveaways. I don't doubt he knows Santa. Yeah, I think he got him in his back pocket. You Roro. Every time I turn around, somebody, why y'all keep sending seeds to Mike? Mike got enough to start his own seed store. I think Mike got every kind of tomato and pepper plant from all different sizes from all over the world. Ooh, yes, indeed. Hey, PIA. Yes. Been in the bushes trying to nap. Girl, please. What is it? It's not even 8:30 yet. Oh, well, it might be a different time your time. It's 8:20 here in Cleveland. Yeah, in Eastern Standard Time. Yeah. But I just love how everybody's been doing stuff. Yep. Type MSOG, drop your grow zone. What do you want? Mike, your girlfriend just showed up. Yeah. Oh yeah. And don't forget to check out Bougie tomorrow at 9 o'clock for her giveaway. Gina did hers tonight already. That was a nice little greenhouse with all them seeds to go with it. So that's a good head start. You got disrespectful, dear Misha. They gangster, CC. I ain't kidding. I went to open up my side door one day because I used to guard strictly in the backyard before they tore down a house and opened up that lot. And I opened up my side door and got ready to step out, and a buck. I'm talking about maybe 700 to 900 pound buck with antlers. He had a rack this big. Walk out from behind the house and walking down the driveway, I slowly stepped back in the house. I didn't shut the door. And he walked on past the door on down the driveway. And I peeked, make sure he had left out the yard. And I went in the backyard. He wiped me out. He ate half my yard down to the ground. What was I gonna say? I was gonna go out and whoop his butt? Yeah. That was a wrap. I started gardening all over again. I got some stuff. Yeah. Jeanette Cruising Homestead. Hello. Glad you made it in this evening. Yeah. I think you were around the corner from Broke. This morning we had a hurt deer walk across my front yard. Wow. You wouldn't hurt that much. He was able to still walk through there. So he was trying to get somewhere. I wish everyone in chat would come to the Soil Expo. I hope so too. You talking about a party? Over here, so for sure going. Oh yeah. Oh, Tia Drum Gold says she going. CC, are you coming to the Soil Family Expo? I already got my spot. CC, you can't have my room. My room was already reserved from last year. No, from this year. Oh, Drills, you coming? All right. I need ours to change to 8A. Yeah, like that's gonna happen. Good luck on that one, Gina. I want Gina to come, but her company gonna send us somewhere. She need to be coming down there with us. Yes. David, are you coming? I would love to see David and Bro trying to hang with the big dogs with me, Crystal, a whole new perspective, and Presbyterian. I want to know if we're going to be down on the lakefront again because we gave Wet Willie a run for his money. F.R. Humphrey, what's up, Felicia? How are you, sweetie? Glad to see you this evening. Oh, my goodness. Just to see David and Brooke together would be a sight in itself. That would be definitely off the chain. Oh, my goodness. And don't bring in Big Rooster in there. This would be, they will have to call the popo because they will be acting too silly. I was really proud video of my little guy. Look, hey, how many times did we see you PIA out there working, trying to get them tomatoes in that cage together? I thought that was the cutest and funniest thing. You was trying your best to do it the best way you knew how, but you put forth the effort to stake them. You knew that they had to have a little support, and you was getting out there working it any way you can. And that's what I like about new gardeners. They come in with an enthusiasm that you couldn't bust it up if you try. They are determined to make something grow. They are determined to learn it their way, and then they learn from their mistakes, and then the following growth season or the next plant, they'll do it in a different way. They evolve. So each year we hope to see you evolve even more so. Whereas when you see new people coming into your channel, you're able to help them in your mistakes, and let them know, don't be scared to let them know you had just as many failures as successes. Let folks know this ain't an easy thing to do. Gardeners work hard. People think, we slackers. They think this is easy. No. Gardening is hard work. And don't let anybody tell you different. Jeanette Cruz has said, I was 8A, now I'm 8B. My sister in Florida is now 8A, and she's below me. Well, it just might be where the warm air current comes through. Please share this live, and Shirley will be dropping nuggets for another 45 minutes. Really? Okay. Oh, thank you. Yeah, proud of you. Look, you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be. You put in the work, and you got some results. That's enough to make you proud. Yeah, we do, K Gear. We definitely need to promote healthy, more self-sufficient nutrition in Cleveland. All these empty lots. East Cleveland used to be a very prominent neighborhood at one time. They had Millionaires Row. They had houses that were a million plus. A lot of those houses are gone and torn down. There are so many vacant lots. The city almost looks like half of Detroit, a desert. Okay. Now, people with money are starting to buy up all these empty lots, and they finna rebuild the city of East Cleveland. So all the people that's in East Cleveland who hasn't been keeping up their property, and where some areas are a little drug infested and little other things, all of that's getting ready to disappear. But we're wondering, all these people that they're getting ready to displace, where are they sending these people? Where are these people going? I'm in another city right above them, and our city is trying to keep the riffraff wherever they want to go, just not up here. I'm not mad at them, okay? Because we seen how they did the city of East Cleveland. So it's a battlefield right now between who's doing what and who's getting what. So, and they got, I mean, they got a gazillion empty lots. They've torn down so much of the city. There's whole streets that are missing, or maybe one or two houses on these streets. My mom used to have a house in East Cleveland. They've even torn my mom's house down since she's died. It's just, it's sad how that went to waste, but that's another story. But um, we're going to see within the next year or two what they're going to do with all these empty lots. And that's why I grabbed the one over there. I'm putting it to good use. Yeah. Hey, Marie B's Meadow. I don't think I've ever heard of you before. Thank you for coming in tonight. Thank you so much. Hey, Mama Shirley OG and Internet Gardening Siblings. I want to go to the next Soil Expo, and I must jump on every melon growing competition popping next season. Hashtag YouTube Growing Association. Hey, we ain't mad. Come on with it. There ain't nothing to it but to do it. We enjoy men, women alike. Anybody who want to jump in there, hashtag melon, show us what you got. We ain't scared. Come on. Come on. Thank you for joining our chat. Make sure you hit that like button and show me that you like me just a little bit. And drop MSOG. If you have a channel, we can come check your channel out. Also, if you know the state and your growth zone, please put that in the chat so we can come over and check you out. Know what I'm saying? That's right. If you on it, good. Take the bitter with the sweet. Easy come, easy go. Ain't that the truth? I think everyone who wants to come to the Soil Family Expo should collaborate and stay together to cut the cost or even hook up and ride together if possible. True that. Because just like they were saying that in regards to finding a hotel, if you get a hotel in downtown Savannah, it's going to be expensive. No diggity, no doubt. Okay, but if you go into the outer cities and travel into, it's going to be cheaper. Might not be in walking distance like you want, but like they said, that's during spring break. So you better get in where you can fit in if you want to get there, period. You know, I already got my permanent reservations at Presbyterian's house. So love my baby girl. Yeah, yeah. PIA, you are doing good. And not only gardening, I see your other skills in painting and crafting, making tumblers and painting along with I was watching, I think you was with 755 Media doing some painting and stuff. So I mean, you got skills, girl. You got skills. Yeah, if everybody show up at that Soil Family Expo, we gonna make TV for sure, for sure. Because we will show up and show out in a good way. We won't be rowdy and loud. Well, we might be loud, but we won't be rowdy. We're going to have a good time. We're going to enjoy each other's company. We're going to bounce new ideas off of one another, exchange seeds, plants, whatever. We just come to gather together to have a good time. You know, it's not that long of a weekend. We're not there long enough to get sick and tired of each other and fall out with one another. You just had that little short period of time where you can't do nothing but to take the time and enjoy. When I first got there, and Presbyterian picked me up at the airport, and we went straight to where Andale and all of them was at in the park, and we took pictures and stuff. That was so much fun. We had a good time. We got the day started off, and then later on that evening, that's when we all met downtown for pizza and got to see one another up close and personal. That was awesome. That was funny though, because certain people just like, do you know who I am? And they stop and look at you, and you go, no, and that's like, I'm Miss Shirley O.G. Gardner. Oh, it was just hilarious. Some of the reactions I got when I met some of you guys, and it was just awesome. It was a lot of snorting and snotting and tearing and hugging. Yeah, my back was like, by the time I left out from there, because I got hugged and stuff. It was sweet. I couldn't enjoy it anymore, and I wouldn't have changed anything. I know nothing about Soil Family Expo, but I hope to make it one year. It's normally in April, the first weekend in April, uh, Roro, and it's in Savannah, Georgia, because that's where Bobby and Sherry lives at. And Friday night is normally like get acquainted night where folks meet and just to see who all has made it the first night. Some people come Thursday and they have dinner together who comes in early, but officially it starts Friday, and we have the meet and greet. That's what they call it, Friday night. Saturday is normally the big dinner where we all sit down and eat together, and prayers are said, and camaraderie and prizes and games and stuff. And then Sunday morning, we all meet for breakfast for the ones who hadn't already left early to head back home and have that last hurrah and take our pictures and stuff and get your last kisses and hugs before they return home. I normally stay an extra day. I normally go back that Monday. So I get a chance to spend a little extra time with Presbyterian and Marcus and Quinn and have a good time, and we do good things together. So yeah. So you ought to try it. Mike said I didn't win any day. Win today. Mike, you always winning. You always. I think you got a mojo in your pocket or something. Oh, Mike, you see, wait a minute. You see she chilling, right? Yeah, she was bugging me earlier. Yeah, she all right. Saying hello to folks. Yes, ma'am. Oh, grapes. Oh, it's those mustardine? Oh, oh. Usually when you got all that snow the other day, we didn't get 2 snowflakes. I felt so bad for you all. Yeah, well, I saw your comment about that. I was like, what? Y'all didn't get any. But you know what, Ro? You're a little further south, so you're a little warmer than us. We're colder. Yeah. That buck said, won't check me, boo. Nobody. You absolutely right, Nikki. That's why I said I just lean back in the door like what I'm gonna do. I'm not like Stacy them. I don't have a 30 out 30. You know, yeah, well, I could have some venison because if I could, believe me, he'd have been in. I got a just freezer. He would have been dressed in there, okay? Jenny, y'all didn't get none either? Well, you saw what I showed you. I walked out the side door. I didn't even know it had snowed like that. I really didn't. My granddaughter was coming to pick me up, and she had to pull on the street, and I had to make my way out to the street to get to the car. Thank you, Presbyterian. Oh, she spoiled me. Oh yeah. TLC in the garden. You got TLC. She's less than 20 minutes from where I live at. Yeah. Here in Akron, they warned us of 4 to 6, and then nothing appeared. Nothing happened, but the temps dropped. Well, we got the 4 to 6, as you can see from the video. Ah, Tamika Davis. Hey, hon, how are you? Thank you for stopping in this evening. Greatly appreciate it. Glad to see you. All right, now for the ones that's still here in the chat, since a lot of you might have unlimited budgets or really don't care, if you see something you like, you're going to buy it. What is it you want to buy for your garden for the next growing season? Is there something in particular that you want to try, never tried before? Or is it something you saw someone else grow and you just want to grow it out of curiosity? I want to see. Everyone, Miss Shirley is working on her watch hours. So if you can help out, just run her playlist. She is so close to show her that you like me. Just a little bit would be greatly appreciated. Yeah, I really would like to get monetized now that I've gotten this close. Very hard work, especially if you have limitations too, but it's totally worth all of the pain, sweat, blood, and tears. Yeah, Drew, because there's some days I want to go work in my garden so bad, but my back say no. And I was like, I really need to get out there and weed. My back say no. And I was like, I wanted to sit on the side and plant some, and my knee said no. And sometimes I get depressed when I can't work out in the yard because my body is saying no. And then I was like, I have more than one garden. I live up here and I have a little garden on my porch. I say, you can come up there and play in the dirt. You can plant some more flowers. You can plant some other stuff in pots on there. You can do something. Don't sit here and moat and get yourself all twisted going down that rabbit hole. It's things that you can do, and just know your limitations. That's all. As simple as that. So yeah, I'll snap out of it real quick. Big facts. Brain, y'all. What? Oh my God, David. Mm-mm. Marie's BZ Meadow. Said my name changed, LOL, per my daughter. Okay. All right. David, no one's paying attention to you. Used to be Marie Van Den. Oh, okay. Not bad. Not bad at all. Nice, nice. I was hyped and dancing at home watching the last one at Soul Expo, and I need to be there. I was like looking at movie stars who actually know you. Girl, let me tell you, when folks started meeting each other and you recognize who it is and you walk up to them and you give them a big kiss and a hug, you felt like you was at a Hollywood premiere. I ain't kidding. And we're just plain down to earth people, as they say, and we like minded in gardening. But it was like you see somebody on screen here, or you hear their voice if they don't show their faces, and you just want to put the voice with the face, or you just want to see them in person to see if this person is actually how they seem to you in the lives. And I have yet to meet anyone that didn't match whatever energy that they were giving in the lives or comments or whatever. You could tell that that person was genuine. Yeah, it is, Marie. It's a family reunion. Yeah, you know who's who, and you get to hollering and screaming, and it's just amazing. A little privacy, she. Mike, I ain't thinking about you. Yeah, she doing a thorough cleaning over here too. Yeah, I have to stop her sometimes when I hear in the middle of the night. I be like, girl, people trying to sleep up in here. Trellis and asparagus. Okay, so you want to try using trellises and growing asparagus. Asparagus just take too long to get established. I do like asparagus. I like eating them raw. They just nice and tender and nutty flavor. But certain things I have patience for. Asparagus is not one of them. If I could find a little corner where I can put them in, the crowns in there, and just forget about them and let them, heal them up that first time and leave them alone, then I'll let it go at that. Persimmon trees because mine died last year. Okay. Asparagus and loofah. Okay. Asparagus seem to be a big deal. I would like to try loofah. I've seen a lot of people how they were shaking them up and you can hear the seeds on the inside, and they was cracking the outer skins and taking all the outer skins off, and you can see the actual sponge in itself. David said, any trees? David, you got a nice sweet setup though. You got chickens though, so you got the fertilization to go with the trees. I bought what I wanted, but hadn't before. That was a tall raised garden bed. I ordered it from Epic Gardening for a little over $100. I've been really looking at. They've been hitting me up about those garden towers, and I was like, oh boy, I would love one. I really would, but I'm just like, I haven't taken care of the stuff I got, so I'm gonna let that go for now. That might be a little further down when I can't do any of this other stuff. That a garden tower might be my only ways of gardening, because I can rotate it and plant so much in it. I've seen so many of them. Yeah, so we'll see. You will be able to make it. You won't be disappointed. Ain't that the truth? Tell him, Presbyterian. We had a ball. Yeah, yeah. I finally hustled up and got the money. I got like 4 cattle panels. So I'm ready to build this hoop house. I just want better yard tools. I need no more seed. And that's another thing I did too. I invested in good yard tools, hand tools and stuff. Yeah, because they will go a long way. I got some pretty old stuff here. If you take care of it, it'll last you. I want to get some Linwood seed oil to do the wooden handles on some of them. But other than that, they in good shape, because as soon as I finished them, I made sure I wiped any soil or dampness off of them so they wouldn't rust or get bent out of shape. Nikki, you said you want one more raised bed, girl. Please. I think your garden is awesome. I love all your grow bags and what have you. I want an outdoor sink to wash my food in after I harvest. You know what? My girlfriend has an outdoor sink, and it has running hot water. Her husband is a retired plumber, and he gave her a sink outside that has hot water. And when we come over to their house for a barbecue, you can go right over to the sink and wash your hands. They got running hot water outside. So, and he got it fixed so the pipes don't freeze and bust in the wintertime. It's nice. It's nice to have if you can get it. Hmm. I want to do raised beds. I have containers now. Hey, gotta take little steps, but if you're ready for it, you're ready to graduate, go for it. Yeah, a lot of people I've seen graduate and move. Nikki, I wasn't willing to spend $200, but when I caught it at 110, I took the plunge. I hear it. Gina, check out Atwoods or Tractor Supplies. I had to stay away from Tractor Supplies. They cost me money. Hey, the experience was sassy. What's up, baby girl? How are you? Thank you for stopping in this evening. Greatly appreciated. Yes, indeed. Uh, all right, folks saying hello. Oh yes, I got Mr. Hype about it now, and we will drive from Oklahoma. Ooh, that's a nice field trip. I remember, who was that drove from California? What was that? Hmm, Precious. Was that Precious who drove from California to the first expo? I effortless would love two hose links, the flexible retractable hose. You ought to check out, who is that? Yellow Door, Asia. She has one, a couple of them, I think. She can tell you the sponsors who did those and probably give you a discount code on those. Each for mine. They can get. Oh yeah, yeah. That's why I hadn't gotten any, Nikki. Yeah. Every time I get ready to pull the plug, I'll put it in the box, and then I was like, I can't do it. I can't do it. There go my son. What's up, resilient dad? tapping in from the Bay with much respect. I love that quote every time he comes. Um, I have a moringa tree actually grow. I had two that grew, and I brought them inside, and they died. The top did. I don't know if the roots did, but I have it in the basement because otherwise it got snow. And I miss bringing in my rosemary. I had a rosemary in a pot, and I didn't get it in. It was too cold for me to go grab it, and then it snowed. So I figured pretty much it's a wrap. But that's all right. I'm gonna try it next year when was that Planter Gardens TV start the herb thing. See if I can do it. I feel like I haven't seen you in forever. Oh yeah, yeah. Unicorn Lady Tech was MIA for a minute. We hadn't seen her. I try to shout out folks we hadn't seen for a while. Do anybody know if Lavender for Luck is gone or did she change her name and it's a different channel because she just kind of disappeared on us? Yeah, and Diana from Les Buddy, who was in California. It's some folks that disappeared on us and we haven't seen them. Don't know if they're around or they're not coming back or what, but we got a few. Definitely looked that way. I was too excited to subscribe to so many. Yeah, you got a lot of folks to choose from. And the killing part about it, this garden community is not shrinking. It's getting bigger and bigger every time you turn around. Yeah. Nikki, you want me to take him out? We can block him if he gonna act, yeah, I'm gonna act crazy. Stacy, don't mess with my girl. That's my boo. Don't do it. Act right. Behave. You can't get blocked. Yeah, yeah. A lot of people's work schedule have slowed them down from coming in. They either changed jobs or they moved, and it's gonna take them a minute to regroup. But when I don't see people for a while, I just like to know if they're okay. I know I just recently seen this Native Cherokee popping back in again and doing some videos, so glad to see she's back up and kicking and moving. Because I know between her and her husband sometimes health issues. So just kind of look out for one another when you don't see folks. Send them a email. Lion Crest, send them an email. Check on them. Turf therapy. We know you're in another country. Send them an email. Check on them. Say holla at you. Just want to know if you're okay. Yeah, that's where I got my cattle panels from. Was Tractor Supply. Got a good deal on it. Guy was nice. Oh, I would love an outdoor kitchen. I would never come in my house to cook. Amazon had raised beds for $39 a few days ago. I wonder how deep were they? Were they more than 4 inches? Because if they're not, you need to loosen up the soil first before you put them down, so that your plant's roots can reach down in it. I want to cut back a bit on the grow bags. Okay, all right. So you got a plan. Yeah. I am so grateful to be part of this community. Excuse me. Y'all have inspired me through my disability, aches, and pains. Thank you all so much for. Oh, honey, believe me, when you say disability, aches, and pains, we got enough folks in here with them. We got folks in here with all kinds of ailments. Yes, indeed. So you're in the right group. We all suffer together, and we smile and we keep pushing. We encourage each other. We kind of uplift each other. We've had people who have lost loved ones. The last 2 years been kind of rough, and I'm still getting over my best friend. It was a year in July. COVID took her out, and I really miss her. And it's hard. I have another friend now that we're getting into the swing of things, and she lost her husband 2 weeks ago, and then last week she lost her sister. So it's been rough. When you get older, it gets rough. It really gets rough. So I understand. So you among the rest. We've cried together, we snorted and snotted, we've prayed for one another, we've done a lot for each other, you know. We got a couple of folks All right, try this one more time before it conk out again. Everybody have a good night. See you next weekend. Oh, next Thursday, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And come back and show me that you like me just a little bit. Love you all. Have a good evening. And y'all come back now. You hear? All right, try this one more time before it conk out again.